Ever wonder what happens when the clock strikes midnight on Halloween? They say a magical train whistles through the fog, a train that only the bravest souls can see. This is the story of the midnight train to Halloween Town. In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills lived a young boy named Eli. Every Halloween, while others slept, Eli would stay awake, his pumpkin lantern casting a warm, flickering glow across his room. He'd press his face against the cold window pane, hoping, just hoping, to catch a glimpse of the legend. This year, as the town clock chimed its 12th and final bell, something was different. A distant choo-choo echoed through the night. Eli's eyes widened. There it was, floating just above the ground. A magnificent golden train, draped in shimmering cobwebs and lit by dozens of glowing jack-o'-lanterns, glided silently out of the mist. With a gentle hiss, a door slid open. A skeleton conductor, dressed in a smart uniform and a top hat, tipped his hat and waved a bony hand. "All aboard. Tickets, please." He called in a surprisingly cheerful voice. Eli's heart hammered against his ribs. He felt a shiver of fear, but a bigger jolt of excitement. Clutching his pumpkin lantern tightly, he took a deep breath, ran outside, and climbed the glowing steps onto the train. The inside was a world of wonder. Eli gasped. He wasn't the only passenger. He saw friendly witches stirring giant cauldrons of bubbling hot chocolate that smelled of cinnamon and marshmallows. In one corner, a group of see-through ghosts floated in their seats, quietly reading spooky storybooks to each other. Further down the aisle, a band of mummies, wrapped in ancient linen, played the most beautiful, haunting melodies on their violins. And zipping through the carriage, a flurry of sleek black cats chased after tiny bats made of sparkling candy. It wasn't scary at all. It was a party. Everyone was smiling and laughing, their faces lit by the warm glow of the lanterns. The train picked up speed, soaring through cotton candy clouds and over vast fields of glowing pumpkins that stretched as far as the eye could see. The skeleton conductor sat down next to Eli. "This train is special," he explained, his voice like the rustling of dry leaves. "Every year it collects kind-hearted children who still believe in the true magic of Halloween, the magic of fun, friendship, and a little bit of spooky mystery." Eli smiled, feeling a warmth spread through his chest. He belonged here. But just as they were nearing a constellation shaped like a witch's hat, the train's bright lights began to flicker. A cold, heavy feeling filled the air. The cheerful music from the mummy band faltered and stopped. The train slowed to a crawl, enveloped by a dark, swirling fog that seemed to swallow all light and sound. From the heart of this gloomy mist, a shadowy figure emerged. It was the shadow collector, a gloomy spirit who despised laughter and joy. His one desire was to steal the happiness of Halloween and plunge the world into permanent grayness. The passengers shivered, their lights dimming. The shadow collector reached out a wispy, dark hand towards the train, intent on snuffing out its magic forever. But Eli, remembering the conductor's words about courage, stood up. He held his little pumpkin lantern high. It wasn't just a lantern anymore. It was a beacon. "This light isn't just mine," Eli shouted, his voice clear and strong. "This light is from all of us. It's made of courage and fun and the friendship in this carriage. And you can't have it." As he spoke, his pumpkin lantern blazed with an incredible, blinding light, as bright as a sunrise. It shot a brilliant beam straight into the heart of the fog, making the shadow collector recoil with a hiss. The darkness dissolved like smoke, and the train, freed from its grip, surged forward with a triumphant whistle. Ahead of them, Halloween Town appeared, its candy-colored houses and spiraling towers shining brighter than ever before. The rest of the journey was a blur of celebration, music, and laughter. When Eli woke up the next morning, he was back in his own bed. For a moment, he thought it might have all been a dream. But then he looked over at his nightstand. His little pumpkin lantern was still there, and it was glowing with a soft, warm light proof that his adventure on the midnight train was real. And every Halloween since, as the world grows quiet, Eli listens. And if you listen closely, too, you might just hear "eat a faint, magical chew, ... two ... double quotes, drifting through the night." Thank you so much for joining me on this Halloween adventure. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more magical tales. See you next time.